around for a couple weeks. Been really busy taking care of some other stuff and some other things that I've been working on in the back end, and really actually looking forward to doing this today. The reason for it is we're actually going to be talking about um, resumes and submitting resumes in, and how AI is kind of playing a part in this. Um, so it's really interesting. I actually recently read an article in CNN, and it was actually an article slash video where they interviewed two people. And what's interesting about this is specifically the piece was titled "Why AI Might Be Rejecting Your Resume," and the whole premise is that companies are more and more using and turning towards automation and different forms of artificial intelligence to speed up the hiring process. Uh, but the thing is, these systems are not perfect. So, one of the things that, from a study standpoint, they found that, and companies know this, that there are qualified people getting rejected by these systems, and you know they're not getting to the hiring manager as intended. So this can be a very significant problem for people, because again, if it's a qualified candidate, you want to have the best choices. But even further than that, if you're a government contractor, if they meet the minimum requirements, uh, they need to be passed on, right? You know, so what was really interesting about this was they talked about specifically, when you click the submit button, it goes to what they call an ATS, an applicant tracking system. Now, applicant tracking systems have been around for like 30 years. When I started my recruiting career, uh, you know, we had an applicant tracking system, and it was rudimentary. And, resumes got scanned in by actually an admin person who would scan the resumes in that came in over a fax machine or through the mail or through with job fairs. That was another outlet. But they would get scanned in, and then what I would do is I would go and I would do a search. And at the time you did what they called a Boolean search. And it was basically, this and or that, those kind of things, to actually get a list of people and resumes that you could look at. And a lot of times the data was garbled. Uh, there was a lot of hands-on kinds of things that had to happen. Uh, as time has gone on, these systems have actually gotten better, and they're more accurate. The end product that comes out to a recruiter is a lot cleaner, a lot easier to read, and everything like that. But all starts with, you apply to a job, it goes in a bucket, it gets scanned, it gets ranked on based upon the key attributes. Now, usually it's a recruiter putting in what they're looking for. With AI, think of a prompt where the job description is the prompt, and then it tries to pull out. Now, as we know, AI is not perfect, but AI now is the new technology that's out there to help recruiters kind of sift through hundreds or thousands of resumes. Here's the thing I'm going to tell you. You're not going to beat these systems in the sense of the traditional way. You're going to need to make sure that your resume is correct and that you have the right information there. You're going to have to do things like maybe customizing a resume for a specific job so that it ranks higher. You may want to do things like, specifically, uh, going to LinkedIn and actually networking and doing those things and seeing about setting up meetings with people. It's not just good enough to hit the submit button and then think you're going to be seen and that something's going to happen. Again, you're going to have to step up your activity to do that. And again, the goal is to get you noticed and seen and do that. So some of the tips I'll give you today: make sure that you have a nice clean resume. Make sure when you hit the submit button that what ends up in their system is as clean as possible and is correct. Because a lot of times, what it'll do is it will pull things out from your resume and it will put it in the wrong places and it's not easy to read. And if it's not easy to read for a human, it ain't going to be easy for an AI person, an AI program. So make sure you get that squared away and make sure that looks good. The other thing is you're going to have to follow up and follow through. And using a tool like LinkedIn, which we're on today, actually, in one of the streams, using a tool like LinkedIn to find out who the hiring manager may be, or a contact within the organization that may be able to act as somebody who can help you, somebody you may know already. But the thing is, if the job is posted on, say, LinkedIn, as well as maybe another platform, the way LinkedIn actually works is that the person who is posting the job gets the information, and you can actually message them directly, and you can say, "Hey, I just submitted my resume. I think I would be a great fit. Give some reasons why you would be a good fit. Can we set up some time to talk?" And again, if you think that you're actually imposing, you actually may be doing a recruiter a favor, because what'll end up happening is if they can find people quicker, that means they can move on to the next job that they need to fill. And again, they want to make sure that they get the best person possible, because they want to be seen by their hiring managers as the go to person. So I hope this has helped. Just remember, don't be afraid of AI. AI is just the new technology that they're leveraging in these ATS systems, because it's again, it's the new thing. They're trying to become more efficient, and sometimes in the process of becoming more efficient, um, things actually fall through the cracks. So don't fall through the cracks, and make sure that you follow through on your applications that you're submitting in. Take care and have a wonderful day.